What's going on, guys? It's Salvajee and I'm back at it again with another Anthem Minutes. You guys already know what it is. This is a series where I get straight to the point when it comes down to Anthem news, and I want to make a video on these news because these news are actually of utmost importance. So a lot of PlayStation 4 players are having a lot of performance issues with Anthem, and honestly, even on the PC, Anthem has some serious performance issues. I mean, sometimes I load into Fortarsis and I load in with like 5 to 15 frames. It is really bad, but it's actually even worse for PlayStation 4 players. Many players on the Anthem subreddit have actually been reporting that they can't even log into the game, and even if they do log into the game, after a while the game just boots them out, which basically makes the game unplayable. But wait, it gets worse. Some players have actually been experiencing constant crashes with Anthem as well on the PlayStation 4, and some of these crashes completely turn off the PS4. Guys, I have had a PS4 for a long time, and I have played a pretty decent amount of games on my PS4. I have never played a game that has actually crashed my PlayStation 4. And if you thought that was bad, it actually gets worse. Anthem is actually breaking PlayStation 4 consoles. This user went on Reddit, the Mad Titan Gauntlet, and I'm going to link his Reddit post, of course, in the description. And he said, PSA 20 Anthem players on PlayStation that experience complete shutdowns of their consoles, stop playing. And he basically said that his PlayStation 4 like completely shut down multiple times because of the terrible performance issues that Anthem has on PlayStation 4, and this basically led to his PlayStation 4 being completely bricked. If you guys didn't know, when a PlayStation 4 is completely bricked, it basically means that it's just not working and you just can't fix it. You actually have to buy a new one. I know that that's the case because my boy Evan James, he actually had a PS4 a couple of months ago, and it actually got bricked and he had to buy a new one. So that is so crazy, guys. Anthem is literally breaking PlayStation 4 consoles. But at least the story gets somewhat better. Sony is actually offering full refunds with no hassle at all whatsoever. You know, when it comes down to Anthem, right? So if you have purchased Anthem digitally on the PlayStation 4 store, contact PlayStation support, tell them that you want to refund Anthem, and they are going to give you your money back. Now, on another news, we are going to be getting a patch on March 12th, but that is almost 2 weeks away, and we don't really actually know yet if that patch is going to be addressing all of the terrible performance issues that this game has. Again, I have never played a game ever on my PlayStation 4 that has forced my PlayStation 4 to actually shut down. On top of all that, in this current March 12th patch, we're going to be getting the option, apparently, of launching expeditions without having to always walk to our javelins, of course, when we are playing solo. But keep in mind, some of that stuff might not even be actually coming to the game, because Bioware recently said that they were going to be removing whites and greens from the loot table after you reach level 30. However, that is something that they were not able to do, apparently. And it actually gets you thinking, and that leads me forward to my next topic. This Reddit user actually pointed out, what if Bioware didn't remove whites and greens from the loot table, because that would mean that we would be getting more masterworks on legendaries. And that leads me to the last topic that I want to point out in the video, and I just want to point out, I already shared all of the important news that you need to know about. This next thing that I want to point out is just an opinion, so if you want to hear my opinion, just of course feel free to stick around. But guys, endgame progression in Anthem, honestly, this isn't even an opinion, this is just a fact. Endgame progression in Anthem is actually mathematically against you. I made a post on this on Reddit, and I thought I was the only one that thought this at first, but many people actually agreed with me, and many people actually went on to make posts sharing their feedback and just actually letting Bioware know that endgame progression in Anthem is literally impossible because you just cannot make any single progress in your builds at all whatsoever. I played Anthem today for about 4 hours, and I got these current masterworks, and as you guys can see, they have terrible perks. 2% more damage, 3% more damage, 2% ice, 1% more damage to my javelin. How am I supposed to maximize my builds? How am I supposed to actually play the game when progression is basically next to none in it? Quite honestly, I'm really concerned about the future of Anthem, specifically with the Division 2 right around the corner, and on top of all that, because Bioware isn't really communicating with us at all whatsoever. They haven't told us that they're looking into this broken endgame loot system, but most importantly, they haven't even acknowledged, hey listen, we know that the PS4 problem is a big deal and we're trying to fix it. They haven't even said anything like that, at least at the time we'll be making this video, of course. Anyways, let me know what are your thoughts in the comment sections below, and I hope you guys enjoyed this Anthem Minutes.